if you are the petrol station about to buy your fuel for your vehicle or refill your gas cylinders at the pumps. Ask yourself this question, particularly if you're a worker. And if you're a business owner, you may want to pay very close attention. All right? Because I do know that here, for example, I say here, I mean Port Harcourt and indeed Nigeria, many of you who own small businesses rarely let your staff members go on leave. And this is a fact. This is a fact. If I'm going to read something out for you very shortly. Now, you have those who work in companies such as I do, and those of you who work at IOCs or at the banks or at the telcos or at big establishments, accounting firms, legal offices and stuff like that. Yes, you guys know about your legal rights. So you enforce them, and the company wants to be seen by the government to be doing the right things. But Tunde and Sons, who owns the supermarket down the road, or Mama Ekaite, who owns the Bole and Fish joint near my house, for example, has been using the same, and I'm not exaggerating, the same girl for the past 1 year and 6 months, if not more than. The only days I don't see them outside are on Christmas days and maybe some public holidays. But every other day, apart from Sunday, this woman and this worker are out there roasting bole and fish. No leave, no transfer. Yes, we know that people want to make money, but shouldn't they actually embrace the benefit of leaves? And if it was to be paid for with extra benefit, would you take it? So that's the big question. Should there be an increase in the amount paid for you to go on leave?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
John is on the line. Oh, dear John, we just lost communication with John for my one. But we welcome everybody to Hello Port Harcourt.
Hello Port Harcourt with Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. At Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo PH. WhatsApp is 08090306416, 08090306416. Right? Do you think there should be an increase for paid leave days? That's the question I'm asking this morning. All right. So this one says, Drew, good morning. Once again, we need to reevaluate what work really is. I'm all for any benefit that makes the worker feel more respected and particularly valued in the establishment. But Jude, we are talking about a country where some civil servants will not come to work until 11, then leave for lunch at 1, and then close from work by 3:30 or 4. What work have they done? And what work do they do to merit such wonderful ideas? I think maybe for the private sector, they can implement this. But for governments, no, they know they'll try at all. Kelvin says the civil servants, that's a bit unfair, isn't it? Or is it? It's not the first time, people have complained about the inefficiencies of government workers, particularly here in this country. Forget what you were seeing in the US. Just the Nigerian government workers, whether state or federal. And Calvin has a point. A lot of times in the history of this great country, particularly the past, decade and a half or 2 decades, you have people who come to work late, government worker. They come to work late, they leave very early. Some come to work maybe early, whatever, but they don't actually do any work. They don't. They spend maybe like one hour or so, selling their wares, whatever. And then when the real work comes, they're a bit sluggish to respond to them, stuff like that. And then Time to go on leave. You want the government to pay these same people who have not been efficient at their jobs. I understand where Kelvin is coming from. Don't get me wrong. I totally do. But I'm also worried that a good number of you listening right now have not taken your leaves. I am very sure that there's somebody who's listening to me right now that for the past 2 years, it's not your own business. You work for somebody. You may be paid well, but for the past 2 years, you have not taken 1 week off work. Apart from maybe when you don't go to work on Saturdays or Sundays, or like I said, Christmas Day or whatnot, right? Very few of you are